Hey, Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings, y'all. What's good? What's good? What's poppin'? We're gonna go ahead and do a little quick pick reading. We have three options here. A little scorpion charm came out. We have a snowflake obsidian heart that came out. We have a charm that says love with the heart on it. So we're here to see like, oh, what's going on with this person's feelings. I did pre-shuffle a few little piles, and then we're gonna pull other cards on top of that here. So let's go ahead and see what it is. We're in the last day of Capricorn season, going into Aquarius season, soon to be February, y'all. So when I'm recording this, at least. And yeah, I know everyone's starting to get into their little Valentine's mood. You want to know, so let's see what it is, okay? All right, group one, we have the Scorpion here. See this person's energy. So their card is coming out as Justice. All right, now this is a Libra card. It is therefore a card that can lean to the realms of romance, and it's very official when it comes to relationship energy. However, Libra is also very tit for tat. It's very 50-50. Like, you move forward, I move forward. You move back, I move back. It's not one, it's like a tug of war, like you're holding the rope in tug of war where it's going to affect the other side, the person holding the other strings, regardless. You can't really just like take a break or make a sudden move or have a sudden emotion or feeling without the other side reciprocating that or having some kind of cause and effect from that. So this person's like that. They're very rigid when it comes to what they think is fairness and their due, what they think things are supposed to be. They have a very strong ideal about what relationships, especially official relationships, are supposed to be, and they will try to find like minds to back up that particular ideal, that notion of what relationships would be. They have this like the thing where when you want to know how they feel, you have to know how they think. Very air moon kind of energy. Perhaps they do have a moon in an air sign or in an air house or conjunct an air planet or something of that nature. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of thoughts, a lot of back and forth that this person has emotionally. Now, some of them, they might be more balanced, but quite often most people that have Libran energy around them or in their charts are trying to achieve the balance, which means they kind of are on a seesaw, a little tit for tat kind of thing as they seek or hope to reach that balance. Here in this particular cards, the scales are not balanced. Their thoughts make it seem like they are with the Ace of Swords here. However, we see the scales not balanced, okay? We also have that backed up here by the Hanged Man. So this is the Hanged Man from a Love deck, Little Terra Sutra. A voluntary exchange, becoming a willing participant on the road to mutual satisfaction, really ties in actually to Justice card. But it's reverse. So again, this person is not feeling like there's mutual exchange. I do feel like they want that. They want to feel balanced. They want to feel chill. But at the same time, this means that they don't want any bumps in the road. They want the relationship to be exactly their interpretation of it. And they want, you to interact the way that they perceive that you should. And so that they can play out the role that they think that they should have to do, no more and no less whatsoever. And when things rock that, they feel like, well, why do I have to be the martyr? It really, we have Neptune and Libra energy here. So it really is that energy of anything outside of what they feel they should have to do in a relationship or partnership, they will be martyring and complaining about it. Okay, definitely. Oh, can you believe my partner thinks I should have to take out the trash after all I've done for them? My parents didn't grow up with one of them having to take out the trash. We had a maid. It's just like that kind of stuff where it can get kind of petty. Like, I don't think this isn't in my concept of what relationships should be. It's not my concept of what emotional labor for relationships should have to be. So therefore, I'm uncomfortable and I feel like an injustice is happening. All right. I'm just thinking of so many Libras that I know who are exactly like that in relationships. Wait, I didn't calculate this as part of marriage. Why do I have to do this? Right? This is not in my relationship aesthetic that I was thinking I would have to do, right? So this person has a hard time processing anything that is outside of their ideals of what they expected or what they think a relationship should be, okay? All right. right. Um, let's see. So we have another card. We have a little comic card here for each group. It says, I no longer want to own this. Long belongings transfer. It's a yard sale. Swap one existence square between two beings. Again, we have air energy, Aquarian vibes. So this is saying that this person, again, really sticking with Libra energy. Libras are infamous for having that energy where if they don't like a connection, they'll trade up. Or even if they're content in a connection, if an opportunity to kind of so-called level up or have a better opportunity or go with someone more popular or whatever it is comes along in the romantic sphere, they will do it. They will switch up real quick. They will go from eternal marriage, love, ruling the seventh house, to playing around like they're a fifth house sign, okay? Venus in the fifth house vibes. So this person does have that energy. They are constantly, they're like a merchant with the scales. They'll say it's justice, but really this person shops around, okay? So please be aware of that. They want to be balanced. They want to be like super woke, and they want to be like, the epitome of romance and all of this. But most romances are kind of tragedies and dramas, right? Like that's where poetry stems from. Okay, all these Shakespearean plays, the person switches up and goes to another person, right, for romance and drama. So this person, I just feel like they seem steady and even and poised. They seem very poised, and their emotions and their feelings and how they interact in this relationship with you is anything but, okay? Anything but at all. And they like to have that feeling where they have this power and that they could toss a connection and grab another connection, whether they'll utilize it or not. I do a lot of readings and a lot of more for people who are married in long-term relationships, and they might read like they're single people, and they like that feeling of I can throw away my partner at any time I want and pick someone else, right? So this is, I just want you to be cautious with that, because I feel like this is the person, if you're meeting their parameters, you might feel the sense of like a so-called loyalty from this person. However, as soon as those parameters aren't met, or someone else that they feel calculates to a better dynamic for them, or a more opportune dynamic comes along, then they switch up their feelings. Okay, their feelings are more in the palm of their hand than it seems. They're not out of control with their feelings, and that's another thing with romantics. Like some people, so-called romantics, are actually very, very calculating. They use the notion of being a romantic to be able to throw away this or that and switch things up. Well, I needed to go towards my soulmate or whatever it is. But really, they just wanted to make a calculated decision to go with somebody else, right? Or to ascend in a society or something like that, okay? All right. The songs that came out with this really co-sign this, because we got some old school songs. We like the old school around here. We have some Louis Armstrong, Billie Holiday, Cy Oliver here, and we have Pearl. You got all old school songs actually. You got Cold Cold Heart, all right, Louis Armstrong, all right, your Cold Cold Heart. We have You Can't Lose a Broken Heart, and I'm Lazy, that's all. Look, I had to sip my tea on that. So yeah, this person, they know at their core that they can be a cold-hearted, some of a itch, okay? Ooh, if you've been on that hand of theirs, okay? The hand of the sword. There's some people that would tell you about this person. No, this person's a cold-hearted mug, okay? You don't understand. They will cut you off and run off and say that it's for romance and love, but they did me wrong, okay? And at the core, we have, behind those 50-50 relationship type of people who nope, I'm not going to put a toe over the line unless it's 50-50. Did you blink before I blink back at you? All right. There's the core of I'm lazy. I'm lazy in relationships, so I'm saying it's out of fairness and beauty and love, but I'm only going to do what I absolutely have to do in relationships. And if I can get out of some of that, I'm sure going to, right? Because anything else, I think I'm the martyr. Anything else, I feel like, why do I have to do this? This is all I can get. Let me go sell some of my wares on the side so I can get some value and worth back, because I shouldn't have had to do any emotional labor. This can be that kind of person too, where they feel like, it does give me Capricorn, Mars and Venus and Capricorn vibes too, where I've known people like that, counsel people like that, where they when they have those Capricornian thoughts as well, where they literally kind of sit and say, well, since I did this for my partner and I feel like that put me out and I shouldn't have had to do that, and that was very understanding of me, I think it's okay if I go and talk to my ex and let them sugar me today and give me some money because I want to go travel. So things like that, this person has this where they feel like it's a big sacrifice to emotionally come forward and do demonstrative things in a connection, and they feel like that therefore gives them like their owed credit or something, and that they can therefore, again, shop around a little bit. Okay, now let's get some advice and things for you in this connection, because this person is doing a lot. Like, what is going on for this Scorpio charm group? Oh, flipping around. Take it to the spirit world. Spirit world say, come here, baby. Come here, baby. I got you. We got you, okay? Don't worry down there. Gang, your spirit crew's coming through and they have your back, okay? Spectacular resolution. So this is saying this is not going to be resolved in the way that you think or hope or wish that it would be resolved. So take note of that. This also says for some of you, you've already split because it was the right thing to do. And you just knew you wanted to move away from this person. Excuse me. So some of the resolution, some of the comeuppance that this person gets, you're not going to see it all. It's going to happen behind closed doors, and their next so-called, Instagrammable, concrete relationship. But behind the scenes, they operate the same way. Okay, so if they moved on, there was someone else or whatever, they're operating the same way. I would say don't get caught up if you're someone that you guys are in separation and stuff. Don't get caught up thinking this is the ideal person and you're the one who did the wrong and trying to chase them and like being worried because now they have this perfect facade with somebody else, and so you're all ring the alarm Beyonce. Oh no, they're getting everything that I should have had. They're living my happy life. No. This person's the same way. They're acting the same exact way. All right, with this other person. So don't worry about it. Spirit world says, you got it. Okay, you got it. So you're going to be blessed and have a good love life regardless. And for those of you that this is an overall consistent theme and not just a momentary kind of feels going on, they're asking that you go ahead and let yourself be successful and happy in your love life, okay? Confess already. Now, if you guys are just in a mood and this is just like a current behavior that they're exhibiting, this is saying to confess how you really feel already. Let it out. Don't hold it internally. Call them on their stuff. Call them on being lazy in the relationship and, doing all this petty tit for tat and stuff like that. Don't just feel like you have to tolerate it, because if not, this person's going to throw a vain tantrum and, try to threaten that they can be with somebody else, okay? No, we're not doing all that. There can be Cancer as well in this group. There is some Sagittarius as well. So strong Libra, Capricorn, Neptune, which is Pisces, Sag, and Cancer. We did get a Scorpio charm here, and it's a little bit of Aquarius. Okay, remembrance. Okay, I would also watch out from this person gaslighting from the past when they're mad, okay? It comes to a certain point that if we're truly going to be in a justice energy, we have to genuinely accept apologies from each other, right? So if we're in this case where we're not accepting genuine apologies from each other, and we're bringing that back up and we're bringing that back around every single time we're in a connection, like what? Like what? Every single time we're in a fight in our connection, like what's the point of that? If we're going to be together, then we need to have a clean slate and we need to be moving forward in a good way, all right? So watch out for that as well. Now, this person could feel, if it's flipped, this person could feel that these are the things that you do to them, that this is how you are enacting in the relationship, and that you don't want to let go of things from the past, so that you bring up the scale and you're measuring, like you're cutting fabric, every little detail, every little stitch of what happened. And that makes them feel like we can't have a consistent, balanced relationship, but that's what they want. So you'll know if you're on the flip side. You'll know if you're like, yep, I do. I calculate every single thing. I'm still mad at them. They owe me. I thought they looked outside the relationship, or whatever it is, or I have insecurities and I'm projecting them. That's just what I'm doing. If that's the case, then you will know. And then this would be how they feel about that, okay? So this is what I'm seeing. I was supposed to be doing a short little video. Already 15 minutes in my 20-minute alleged video. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go for now. We'll check back in another time, but that's what I'm seeing about this person's feelings currently for group Scorpion charm. All right, y'all can go ahead and pick another pile for other things if you want. And I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, here we go for the heart group. For the Obsidian Snowflake Obsidian heart. Sounding like rain in the dark. Okay, it is raining actually. Moon is square to Neptune and we got all this rain going on. It feels so nice. So let's see what we have. How's this person feeling about you? We have the Empress card here. We have Rooster. Maybe somebody is here, the Rooster. All right. It's a very proud person. Okay, they're cocky. Regardless of gender, we got all genders here. Regardless, they're cocky. All right, they're proud. They feel that at least one of you is very, like one of you is passive and one of you is headstrong. One of you is going to say how you feel, and if you ruffle some feathers and peck at somebody, that's just what it is. So they feel like somebody has a hard nose and is a hard talker in this connection, and clearly is like, I need to be above the other person. Know your place, okay? It could be that there are some rules that seem traditional to them. So depending on culture, it might be normal for, whichever, let's say, gender role or dynamic in the relationship to behave a certain way. So in certain cultures, mama's going to rule the roost, okay? And that's seen as normal. That's what you would expect to be happening in the relationship, right? Some places it's not. It's going to be, patriarchy or something, right? So there could be some dynamics like that going on where they're like, yep. This is the dynamic. There's one partner that does not like being talked back to, that says what they think. They have strong opinions and ideals, and they expect to be accommodated, okay? So they feel that dynamic a lot. And here we go. Eight of Wands, which is Mercury and Sagittarius, literally loudmouth, direct. I say the truth, they think. I say what I feel. So this person feels like there is just intense, like direct communication. When it happens, it's just like boom, okay? It just ignites and a little fiery. These are arrows. Right? This is a flight of fancy. It could also be like, really? Is that just your imagination or is that the truth? But I don't know. I guess we got to go with it now. It reminds me of couples where they're like, well, she's the boss, so he rules the house. So if that's what they're saying, I guess that's what's true. So they feel like there's some kind of dynamic here where one person definitely has to submit to the other person's thoughts, okay, and communication. We have being seeking another being. So, but they have it where it's, I enjoy medium danger. So see, this person could be okay with it or feel like it's okay in your dynamic because one person is very bold, adventurous, doesn't care. That's why they'll speak their mind, because they don't care if someone tries to fight them, because they'll read that person too, versus another person's very passive, low key, not as aggressive. So they feel like, well, maybe this is how you find two halves in the dating game that kind of balance each other out. You get the person who's super adventurous, who will pull the person who likes medium danger out of their shell a little bit more. It just reminds me of like when you have like a Sagittarius dating like a Cancer. Right? And then seeing how and usually couples like that who have some polarities or some kind of inconjunct energy, they'll start switching their personalities as they go throughout their marriage. You'll see that with Aries Libra connections a lot. And by the end of the marriage, you'll see like the Libra acts like an Aries and is the boss all of a sudden, and the Aries is all passive. But there's some kind of dynamic here. So maybe there's a strange coupling here where there's like some squares or inconjuncts or oppositions in your guys' astrology. And it might seem almost kind of strange to people, like, how did you guys even end up together or liking each other? So this person feels all of those dynamics for sure. But they do feel nurturing too. They don't feel like it's just meanness, like roughness for roughness, like maybe sometimes if there's a temper, but they feel like underneath it, it's understood that whoever is the rough person does it out of care. They are a nurturer, and that's just the dynamic that's going on. Okay, yeah, because the song here is Pull Up by Abra. So this song, she's just talking about, basically, you think I'm wildin', you ain't seen nothing yet, because I'll pull up. Right? I'm so loyal, but I'll pull up if you acting a fool too and make myself known because you're my person, right? So don't get it twisted. And then we even have Ryder as well. So I don't know, maybe y'all have some incident with the car, something like that. They could be thinking we have a lot of travel car here. We have strong Cancer energy here. We also have some Libra, Taurus, Sagittarius, Virgo going on here as well. Okay, and we have more Cancer energy, special affair by Sid. And in this one, she's talking her slick stuff. Okay, there definitely is an energy of the uh, almost like the androgynous feminine or the masculine feminine, I would say. In this group, maybe one of y'all is a stud, okay? Something like that. But there's the energy where the nurturing can pack a punch, okay? It can be the steel fist and the velvet glove, and they feel that dynamic and the connection, okay? Be like, yeah, you think that's the cuddly one and I'm the rough one because I run my mouth. No, you should see my partner. My partner seems all cute and cuddly baking in the kitchen, but that's the one you got to look out for. Everyone's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You're the loud mouth in the group. You're the tough one. No, I'm not the tough one. I'm telling you. I'm silly putty. My partner. That's Cancers, right? If you see a relationship with the Cancer's the boss. Don't let them fool you. The Cancer has the pants in the family, okay? They'll give you an uppercut real quick, okay? It's not the big bad, whatever sign they're dating. It's the Cancer who's the boss. So there's this dynamic. They feel this energy here that potentially you are the one who really holds the pants in the family, and they just are in the relationship, and they just, they're along for the ride. But there's a big undercurrent of that. Whatever sign is seen as being passive, like a Libra, a Taurus, a Virgo, or Cancer. Being the one who's really steering things moving forward, okay? Now, if you're the fire sign, you can be like, this little passive sign ain't steering me around. Okay, fire signs. Look, I know Pisces is supposed to be the delusional sign, but every time I see fire signs in relationships, I'm like, are you sure? Because a lot of times, fire signs, you're getting stirred around by your partner, okay? But I see loyalty here. They think there's a good attraction, a seduction. They like to talk their mess a little bit. At least one of you will talk your mess a little bit, in a little cocky way that you think is attractive. You could be trying to flash your street cred or whatever, your personality, whatever kind of, whatever you rep, like whatever your identifiers are. You might flex that energy a little bit. They feel like there is an openness in trying to like matchmake or date with each other for sure. There's definitely physical attraction, 100%. Oh my gosh, instant physical chemistry and attraction. And there's the energy that I'm gonna ride for you. Literally two songs talking about riding for someone. I'm gonna ride for you in a way that I didn't ride for someone else. Okay, she says, I don't usually do this, but you light my fire. I want to be your rider. Okay, you're still gorgeous while you're grieving. Thought this was impossible. Hypnotized. Cuddle and hustle. Oh, we dropped a card. That's okay. Love wins. There could definitely be some LGBT plus relationships in this group. Okay. Hypnotized. Can't you see? Yeah, since you're all I'm thinking about over here, right? I thought this connection. So whenever we have the Empress, we can think this person's a little out of our league. So even if this person's super cocky and talks their ish, they could think, man, you're kind of out of my league. And that, you know what? They're just going to be cockier because they got you. All right. Now they're really going to talk some smack. They got you in the car. All right. So they have this energy. They do. They like to flex a little bit. One or the other of you. You'll know who it is in your connection. But they feel like even when things are bad and a little sad and we're doing too much, we're barking at each other or whatever, we still cute. We still cute, babe. Let's take a picture. Let's see. So, yes, we have this gorgeous energy. We have being able to balance business and pleasure. And yeah, just feeling like you guys can be abundant together. You can thrive together. You look good together. You would nest well together. Again, you might be a little strange dating. People might not get it at first, but then they'll get it. Let's see. I do get like athletics as well. So there could be something with athletics here. There's a lot of fire energy as well. Yeah, and definitely vehicles, because I'm seeing some little boats on the water. Okay, we got a lot of car references, vehicle energy, some travel going on as well. Okay, Yeah, I feel like this person has really, really good vibes in regards to you. So let's wrap it up here with the last pulls. How's this person feeling about you? They feel like you're just a ride or die, ride and live, okay? They feel like you guys have abundant energy. You look good. You can flex in front of people. They feel like you're couple goals. All right. They feel like you're seductive and attractive and okay, you're fancy. We got the flight of fancy over here. You fancy, huh? Oh, you got flight too. So there's another vehicle. All right, first class. They do feel like there's some distance. I was wondering with all the travel cards, there could be some distance with y'all. This person wants to message you too. So there are XOs, hugs and kisses on that message here. It could be too. It looks like a Valentine's card. So they could definitely be thinking Valentine's if you're watching this at the time I'm releasing it, or if it's almost Valentine's when you watch this again in the future. Hey, future. But yeah, this is looking like they're sprung. They're sprung. They're attracted to you. They like you. They're dreaming about you. But there could be some distance where there's a few little obstacles, a little contrast. It could be the personality quirks we talked about. Little astrological misunderstandings that you guys have to learn to, okay, I have to understand as a Cancer that you move like this as a Sag and vice versa. Or it could definitely be physical distance with all of the travel. But in that case, it looks like this person wants to travel towards you, and there's a big chance that they would literally physically travel towards you if they knew that door was open. So, especially if this is an online connection and you guys are talking and everything, be safe out there, y'all. But I feel like one of you definitely travels more, and one of you is more of a homebody and a nester. And I feel like they would, whoever is the traveler, they would either allow you to come if you're the traveler, and you're like, well, if they would just let me come see them. I feel like they will either let you come, or if they're the traveler, they would come to you. But it definitely looks like there's going to be messaging and communication in the future, for sure, because there's a lot of attraction here. And I have to say, like I said, there's some cockiness in this connection. So if you know they're the cocky one, yes, they know you're sprung. All right, they say, man, I got you hypnotized. They're over here, look, they're Leo, Aries, Sag, this fire energy over here, whatever sign they are. They're cocky as a mug, okay? Oh, I see you staring at me. I see you looking. Oh, you're just like, oh, you're annoying. Why you gotta know? All right, so that's what I'm seeing for this group. I'll talk to you again on another one. All right, for those who chose the love charm. All right, let's go ahead and see what is this person feeling about you. Railroad Bill, this is a chariot in this card. Look, they said steam engine. They feeling steamy, choo choo. They're trying to come through. They could feel like they need to win. They need to prove something. They could have some kind of chip on their shoulder where they feel like they have to, almost like they got to bring home the trophy or something. But they can also be running from something in the past. There could definitely be people after them like, hey, you need your relationship karma. Okay, so this person could be fleeing some exes or something, okay? We have the King of Pentacles. What Midas learned. Yeah, this person's learned some lessons and might still be learning them, so be aware. That's good to know, because sometimes we don't have bad luck in love, but our partner or someone that we're trying to get with does, right? So imagine if this person burned someone in the past, and their ex is doing some magic on them, calling karma, because they're like, you scoundrel. You scoundrel, you bandit. I'm just saying. They're doing some old hokey magic on them. But then you're trying to get with that person, right? And now you can toe up. So this is saying there's other factors in reality with this person. They've been around. The King of Pentacles, look, don't let the recliner fool you. The King of Pentacles has been around, okay? Q Tupac, because... Yes, so what Midas learned, because what did Midas do? He was touching everything. Midas out here touching this, touching that, all right, trying to turn things to gold. So, and then he had to learn to sit down, okay, and just only touch a little bit. I got the golden touch. I'm the King of Pentacles. You see this luxury. I rule earthy things, okay? I rule lusty things. And then we have what waits around the corner reverse. So, it's interesting because they're saying this person's the King of Pentacles type, but they're not like slow and steady like you would think they are. They're not just waiting around. This is like when you get Taurus who play the field, right? So there's a Taurus who they are just too lazy to even think about dating someone else than whoever they're living with in their house, okay? They don't have it in them. But then there's the Taurus who are rolling stone, all right? They're the rolling stone. And when Taurus is in a certain mode, they will continue to be in that mode. So just so you know, if this is literally a Taurus, all right, and you've been having trouble, getting them to settle down, if they're a Taurus who doesn't settle down, they will never truly settle down because they're going to eternally be in that same inertia, okay? So you got this kind of gathers moss but still rolling stone kind of energy with this King of Pentacles. Could definitely be an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We have a Chariot card. There could be Cancer, Leo, and we have Scorpio here. So this person, though, they feel like there's still things that eat away at them that they didn't achieve in the past, okay? This could be a person who they want to, show off their partner and their success and their business and their company and everything that they have currently, but they're still wanting to flex on their ex. Like they still, because the King of Pentacles is so entitled, right? And if they're saying they're Midas and they have the Midas touch, they feel very burned whenever their fantasies were shattered in the past and they had to skedaddle away from them, whatever, even if they were at fault, which it does seem like they've been at fault for things in the past, okay? So be aware of that. If this person's coming back towards you, I do think they will come back because they're habitual, especially if they're like a Taurus moon, that they will come back around. But again, why is it? There's a possessiveness with this person, and there's just a lusty, very physical. They do look at things and people as their objects, right? Their golden opportunity or their fantasy that was shattered, or, kind of this Venusian kind of energy. It's kind of like a solar Venusian energy that can be a little bit to the negative here. So you really want to see what side of the person you're on here. I wouldn't be flattered if this person comes back around once they've done you wrong or, something of that nature, because they're just going to run the same game. They're going to do the same thing, right? They're going to do the same thing. So we have a kiss to build a dream on. Just give me a kiss, baby, right? We have this will end with a mouth push. They're eating the spaghetti. Is this not the most Taurus card ever? We can kiss while we're eating spaghetti. Delightful. A kiss to build a dream on. Louis Armstrong here. Get Down by Jungle Pussy and Rico. All right, they're very physical, crushed out, and make it. I guess you gave up. I guess you stopped trying me, right? Did you forget about little old me? We have crushed. This is definitely somebody who could have a strong, again, very Taurus moon. They can have a strong concept of like first love or first attraction or first physical contact and stuff like that. They can have a hard time letting go past suitors, even if they wanted to leave them, but they're definitely someone who can't get over people that they've left in the past, especially the more and more they were entitled to some kind of ownership of them. Let's say if they were in an official relationship, they slept together, their families assumed that they would be together, so everyone said that they were the ones to be together, they were married, they were engaged. Those kind of things are hard for them to get over people in the past, so they want to show off their achievements and that they don't need this person. At the same time, they want to go right back to that person and be physical, okay? So putting all that together, this could lead this person to be disloyal in current connections at the same time. This is also a person that they feel if there's not a lot of physical contact going on, that they're allowed to peruse, okay? That they're allowed, they definitely assume that they're learning to chill out a little bit. So you might be like, well, they're not how they used to be. But really, they feel like it's a natural entitlement. If I'm not getting what I need here, of course, I'm allowed to go and do X, Y, Z. Of course, right? If someone else comes back from the past. And they could also have that mindset that's like, well, if we had a kid together, or if we were married in the past, or if this was my long-term partner in the past, like, how could that be cheating? Because, like, they just have that kind of rationale. Like, that person's already a part of me, or that's already part of my history. So how is that even cheating? I'm just going back to another part of myself. I don't know. They're one of those people that can rationalize things like that. Now, if you ask them, they probably would be like, absolutely not. I'm super traditional. But that's more for you, right? That's for you. When it comes to you, they're traditional roles, right? So they'll be acting like, no, let's just be cute and cuddly. Let's just be romantic, whatever, or, that kind of thing. But they have this big past, and if they can't run from it, they sure enough will go lie in that bed, okay? So they have they're very physical in their feelings, Very physical, very much feels like an earth moon or a moon and earth sign. Taking the spirit world. I love how it keeps giving the spirit world cards. Where spirit world's like, spirit crew's like coming through. So you need to tell this person when you notice they're doing these behaviors. Their biggest thing is that they think that they can do one thing with their left hand and another thing with their right hand and kind of let this, uh, uh, you know, go behind the scenes or something, right? I think they're slick. I think they're real slick, okay? And the most extreme, this could be a type of person who could have two different families, y'all. In a more casual sense, it could just be someone who needs to get over their ex, right? Like, come on. Or get over, like, they can just have a hard time with, oh, that person that my crush in high school didn't think I was cute and I'm still trying to prove something today. So it changes and augments the way they take photos with you or what they want you guys to achieve as a couple, because in their mind they're still motivated by this programming of an obsession with someone in the past. Okay, so it could be light and casual, like more casual, or it can be very, very intense and a whole Maury Povich show. Okay, we have want not reverse. This card has strong Venus energy, because wants and desires are Venus energy. So this is saying this person, yeah, they're doing too much with their wants and their desires, and they need to bring that back around. We have abundance. So when it comes to, again, it's really echoing the vibe that I was getting from the setup of these cards, which is when it comes to their physical wants and desires, when it comes to their money and their abundance, they can be too set in nature reverse. Yeah, they're too set into feeling just the ends justify the means, or I get to do whatever I want to keep my coin, to get my societal position, and to get my physical needs met. Whatever, that's what it is. Okay, whatever they determine their physical needs, they think it's okay, however they get around to do that. Spirit is advising them to get free. It could be advising you as well, with right here your spirit crew telling you, hey, get free, recognize the nature of this person. They do hit your heart chakra, your high heart as well, very intensely. And this is a person who they know, they definitely recognize how to play on people's emotions, but they're not a serious thing to them. There are emotions, like if they get enraged about possessiveness or something, that takes over everything, that rules everything. This could be a person who's very physical when they're passionate and when they're mad, so you got to watch out for that. We got polarities here with Taurus and Scorpio, and some Capricorn Cancer polarities as well. Yeah, so and they could be a person too who, again, they seem very chill. Sometimes people that have a lot, like too much earth water in their chart, they have that passive aggressiveness that comes out. Okay, but this is really saying right now they're not well aspected. They're not on the positive side of all of their kind of lusty, passionate earth realm energies like they should be. They're on the ruthless side here, and we don't really want that. So take note if you really need to free yourself from this person or from a particular situation that's going on. So if this is like let's say they ran into the ex, so now you're wondering what are their feelings, what's going on with this, why are they behaving this way. It's like we really need to get free of this situation, because this is not the lane we want to be in a connection. Okay, and if you're just starting to date this person, I would say hardcore, their physical self and emotions are, and their money even is as if they're married to somebody else, or even though they're acting like they're not looking towards the past, they really are locked and loaded in that business and pleasure. Yeah, so there could be someone who holds their purse strings in that regards. Happy reversed and public affection reversed. So this person isn't happy unless they look very, very successful in the public's eye, unless they have prestige. They could have Earth in their Venus and Mars, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, because they are looking more to seem like a power couple. They want the trophy. That's the whole thing. They want the trophy. So if they feel like I don't know, this is the kind of person that they could be very happy with somebody and have like a very flowing life emotionally, but if that externally, like the public isn't seeing it as like this big high tier power couple trophy relationship, voted best looking, all this kind of stuff, then suddenly they're not happy with that. They want that Midas touch. They want that golden touch. Okay, they want that physical beauty. They're vain. That's what it is. They feel a lot of vanity. So if they're coming towards you like a freight train, also take into consideration, is it because you got it like that? Okay, because you're fine. Okay, because you're fine. You got your money together. You're living your life, and that kind of thing. And so they're like, oh, I'm gonna get you, right? I want to have you. Um, Really consider these things. Also consider this person, when they don't have, they can absolutely be a gold digger. You might be like, what? The King of Pentacles? Yes. Yes. Okay, don't let the earth energy fool you. Earth signs actually are probably the gold diggers, right? Look, you are. Don't be mad. They're actually earth signs. I would say one up gold diggers because they're opportunists. They gold diggers are more obvious. Opportunists make you think they built it with you, and that's dangerous, right? So you might just be realizing further into the relationship. You might be like, "Hey, what's going on? How's this person feeling? Like, what's going on in them?" Because like, I don't know, I thought they were one way, but now I'm realizing I'm not happy, they're not happy, and I just don't know what it is that's going on in this connection. So yeah, I wish we had, and man, we have all this like lusty energy. We're pretending to build something, but we're building just a dream out of this little romantic, oh, they did the, what is it, Lady and the Tramp kiss with the spaghetti. They'll give you a few little romantic moments that they've caught from the movies or whatever, right? The little crush moments, and reel you in. But then you're all of a sudden you're over here panting, crying, wondering, are we gonna make it? Did you forget about me? What's going on? How come we don't have the same physical comfort level we used to? What's going on? And why is my money in your account? I don't understand. So I don't know. This person's red flaggy. I have to say, I definitely don't want you to end up unhappy. And then this also could be where when you do have outs with this person, it does affect your public relationship. Maybe you guys hit each other's 10th houses or something of that nature, where your reputation, people notice when things don't go well in your connection. And it is a connection that if it falls apart, people will talk about it. People will see it and know about it. So this person feels all this. They're aware of all this. If you're thinking you're the only one who knows some of these details, this person feels all of this. This is their inner makeup, how they feel about the connection, what their plans and thoughts are, how they move, what's going on inside that brick boulder of their heart over here, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. I trust it was helpful, y'all. We'll do some more and another one of reading. So just keep tuning in, y'all. Hit the like, join the chat, let me know what you're feeling and thinking. All right, and I'll have different size readings too. Some people like really long readings, and some people do not at all. They want very short readings. I tried to make a short one, and it ended up still being 42 minutes. So, but we gotta let it out. We gotta let out whatever spirit world needs to see. So I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.